Hello children, good morning everyone. Okay, in the previous classes we have seen the scattering of light and the types of lenses, refraction of concave and convex lenses. Okay, now today in the lesson optics we are going to see about human eye. Okay, we are going to see about our eyes, human eyes. Okay, right. What is human eye? Yes, it is our eyes. Okay, it's a very valuable organ, isn't it? Without eye we cannot see the world, isn't it? So the human eyes are most valuable and sensitive organs that is responsible for vision. Okay, that is responsible for our vision. Okay, they are the gateway to see the wonderful world. Okay, our God has created this wonderful world, isn't it? So in this wonderful world there are many natural things, okay, many living things and non-living things. So each and everything we can see only by our eyes. Without eyes we cannot survive. There are many persons, they cannot see, they are surviving a little bit tough only. Okay, but God has given everyone eyes to see, so we should be very thankful to our God Almighty for giving our wonderful eyes. Okay, every day you should thank our Lord. Okay, right. Today we are going to see about the structure of eye. See in the picture the structure of human eye is given. Okay, sorry. Now in the eye there is a eyeball. Okay, there is a eyeball that is spherical in shape. That is spherical in shape. The diameter is 2.3 centimeter. The diameter is 2.3 centimeter. Okay, there is a eyeball which is spherical in shape and it is 2.3 centimeter. Okay, it consists of a tough membrane that is called sclera. That is called sclera. See in the picture there is a outer layer sclera. Okay, that is the sclera. Okay, that protects the internal parts. So that is this the outermost organ. Sclera is the outermost organ that protects the internal parts of the eye. That protects the internal parts of the eye. Okay, right. Now let us see the important parts. Okay, cornea, iris, pupil, retina, ciliary muscles, eye lens. Okay, these are the most important part of the eye. First of all, cornea. See in the picture there is a bulged outer layer that is called cornea. Okay, this is a thin and a transparent layer. Okay, it is a thin layer and it is a transparent layer. Okay, it is on the front surface of eyeball. It is on the front surface of the eyeball. Okay, it is the main refracting surface. It is the main refracting surface. What is refraction? We have studied in the previous class. Okay, so when light enters the cornea, it refracts or it bends the light. Okay, it will bend. That is the refraction. Okay, when light enters the eye through the cornea, what happens? Refraction take place. Oh, appo endha edathila refraction nadakudhu eye la? In the place of cornea. Cornea la da refraction nadakudhu. Okay, to the lens. Next, iris. Okay, see the picture, there is a iris, isn't it? It is a colored part of the eye. It is a colored part. Okay, and it may be blue color, brown color or green color. Okay, some people's eye is in brown color, isn't it? Some people in blue color, someone has green in color also. Okay, like that every person has a unique color and unique pattern and unique texture. Okay, this iris controls the amount of light entering into the pupil like camera. Like a camera, this iris controls the amount of light entering into the pupil. That is called camera aperture. Okay, next, what is pupil? It is the center part of the iris. Okay, it is the center part of the iris. It is the pathway for the light to retina. See, pupil See the picture, there is a pupil, okay, it is the center part of the iris, it is the center part of the iris, it is the pathway for the light, க்கு pathway இதுதான் pupil, okay, retina குள்ள போறதுக்கு pathway இதுதான் pupil. Next, retina, see the picture, retina, okay, that surface, that is the big surface, no, this is the back surface of the eye, this is the back surface, it is the most sensitive part of the human eye, okay. If anyone asks which is the sensitive part, you have to tell retina is the sensitive part in human eye, okay, in which real image and inverted images is formed, real images is formed and inverted images is also formed, okay, in the part of retina. So it is very sensitive, okay, and the edathila chinnada kuda adipada kudadu, very very sensitive organ, okay. Next, ciliary muscles, okay, ciliary muscles, this eye lens is fixed between, okay, this eye lens is fixed between the ciliary muscles, okay, it helps to change the focal length of the eye lens according to the position of the object, it helps to change the focal length of the eye lens according to the position of the object, okay. Next, what is eye lens? It is the important part of human eye, it is the important part, the lens, okay, see the lens white in color, that is the most important part of human eye, it is convex in nature, our eye is convex, see the lens is in convex, okay, concave means it is thin at the center, but convex means it is thick at the center, okay. So you should know that our eyes, there is a lens, that lens is convex, our eye lens is convex, okay children, right. Now working of the eye, okay, how the eye works, okay, the transparent layer cornea, okay, that cornea is a transparent layer that bends the light rays, okay, through the pupil that is located at the center part of the iris, okay. Now the adjusted light passes through the eye lens. Now this eye lens is convex in nature, so the light rays from the objects are converged and real and inverted image is formed. So convex lens la enna nadakum, objects converge ஆகும், convex means converged, okay, so objects are converged and we will get a real and inverted image, it will form on the retina, then retina passes the received image, okay, ரெட்டினாக்கு ரியல் இமேஜும் வந்திருக்கும், அந்த இமேஜ் இன்வெர்ட்டடாகவும் ரெட்டினாக்கு கிடச்சிருக்கும், தென் த ரெட்டினா வில் பாஸ் திஸ் இன்ஃபார்மேஷன் டு த பிரெயின், உடனே இந்த இன்ஃபார்மேஷன் பிரெயினுக்கு போகும், எது வழியாக போகுதுன்னா ஆப்டிக்கல் நர்வ்ஸ், ஓகே, தெர் ஆர் ஆப்டிக்கல் நர்வ்ஸ் இன் அவர் ஐஸ், ஸோ ஆப்டிக்கல் நர்வ்ஸ் வழியாக திஸ் ரெட்டினா பாசஸ் த இன்ஃபார்மேஷன் டு த பிரெயின், ஃபைனலி அவர் பிரெயின் senses the erect image, okay, finally our eye will tell this is the image in front of your eye, it will happen in just a few seconds only, okay, that is the working of the eye, okay. The eye lens forms a real inverted image of the object on the retina, the light sensitive cells in the retina then produce electrical signals which are carried by the optic nerves, the brain processes the information and sends the message to the eye, then we can see the object, okay. Now power of accommodation of the eye, okay, power of accommodation of the eye, okay. Now the ability of the eye lens is to see both the near and distant object by adjusting its focal length, okay, that is called the power of accommodation, the ability of eye lens to focus nearby. பவர் ஆஃப் அக்கமடேஷனாக என்ன அப்படின்னா, நம்ம ஐலென்ஸால் நியர்பை ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸையும் பார்க்க முடியும், டிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸையும் பார்க்க முடியும், அந்த பார்க்கக்கூடிய அபிலிட்டி தான் பவர் ஆஃப் அக்கமடேஷன், ஓகே. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் அச்சீவ்ட் பை சேஞ்சிங் த ஃபோக்கல் லெங்த் ஆஃப் த ஐலென்ஸ். ஹவ் நியர் ஆப்ஜெக்டை பார்க்கும்போது நமக்கு வேற ஒரு ஃபோக்கல் லெங்த், டிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஆப்ஜெக்டை பார்க்கும்போது வேற ஒரு ஃபோக்கல் லெங்த், ஓகே. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் அச்சீவ்ட் பை சேஞ்சிங் த ஃபோக்கல் லெங்த், ஓகே. அதை ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறது யாருன்னா சிலியரி மசில்ஸ், ஓகே. தேர் இஸ் அ muscles in our eyes. I have taught you in the picture that ciliary muscles help for the changing the focal length, okay. Now this eye lens is made up of a flexible jelly like material, okay. Eye lens is made up of flexible jelly like material, okay. Its curvature can be changed, okay. Its curvature can be changed to its focal length by ciliary muscles, okay. Do you understood? By relaxing and contracting the ciliary muscles. Okay, when we are relaxing and contracting, moody taraponla. So relaxing and contracting the ciliary muscle, the curvature, hence the focal length can be altered. Focal length can be altered by the relaxation and contraction. So when we see the distant object பார்க்கும்போது ciliary muscles relaxes. Ciliary muscles relaxes and it makes the eyelids very thinner. Okay, when we see the when we see the distant object, ciliary muscle relaxes. When we see the nearby object, what happens? Ciliary muscles contract. So in this we can see the objects clearly. Okay, the near point, okay, the minimum distance at which the eye we can see is called the near point. Okay, for a normal eye, 25 centimeter is a near object. Okay, farthest object means the far point away from the eye. So between 25 centimeter and infinity, infinity alavukku 25 to infinity, okay, 26 to infinity, that is the far point. Inside 25, that is the near point. Okay, this is the power of accommodation of eye. Now persistence of vision. Okay, what is persistence of vision? If the time interval between two consecutive light pulses is less than 0.1 second, less than 0.1 second, okay, so human eye cannot distinguish them separately. It is called persistence of vision. This is called persistence of vision. Okay, I will give you example. That is why this image seems to spin around. You are seeing a image, isn't it? You are seeing a image. Okay, it is rotating, isn't it? When you are seeing it, watch it clearly. It is rotating, no? When you are seeing, this is called zoelotrope, optical illusion. Okay, a display that has two sides. The display has two sides. First picture is on one side, second picture is on opposite side. Okay, so you spin the display quickly from side to side. So the eye retains each image just long enough for the brain to combine the two images and believe they are one image. See in the picture, there are two images, but when you are seeing, it is combined together to give you one image. See the center one, it seems to rotate, isn't it? It is a two image, but you can see that it is a one image. This is the persistence of vision. This is an optical illusion. Optical illusion. I already told that far point and near point, isn't it? Far point means farthest distance. Okay, that relaxed eye focus. Okay, normal vision point is infinity. Far point na up to infinity. 25 centimeter appuram ulla ellame infinity. Okay, see in the picture, the eye is seeing a Xmas tree. Okay, now the eye muscles are relaxed. Eye muscles are relaxed. No eye strain. Okay, no eye strain. What is near point? That is the closest distance. Okay, the closest distance the eye can focus on. It varies with age from 10 centimeter to 100 centimeter. Typically 25. I already told that, typically 25. Okay, see there is a shortest image. Okay, shortest distance. So eye muscles contracted and working hard. So during this near point, eye muscles are working hard. To see far objects, eye are at rest. Okay, it is having at rest. No strain on that eye at far point. But for seeing the nearby objects, we have the eye have some strains. Okay, that's all. Now, what are the defects in eye? Okay, what are the defects in eye? Okay, a normal human eye can clearly see all the object placed between 25 centimeter and infinity. Okay, or a normal eye irukadhu appadina, it can see the objects. Okay, 25 centimeter varayum paakalam, infinity varayum paakalam. Okay, but for some people, okay, some people the eye loses its power of accommodation. I told you, what is power of accommodation? It is the ability of eye lens to focus nearby as well as distant object. That is the power of accommodation. But in some people, the eye loses its power of accommodation. The eye loses its power of accommodation. So this could happen due to many reasons. Okay, this could happen due to many reasons, including aging. Okay, hence some vision becomes defective. Okay, so due to the aging also some people's vision becomes defective. So let me tell you some of the defects. Okay, that is myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia, astigmatism. Okay, the 4 major defects. Okay, it is given in your book: myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia, astigmatism. Okay, these are the 4 defects. Okay, first of all, let me tell you what is myopia. Okay, see in the picture at the under myopia, nearsighted. Okay, see the picture. Okay, the myopia is also called as short-sightedness. That is called short-sightedness. What is myopia? Myopia is called short-sightedness. Okay, this occurs due to lengthening of the eyeball. It occurs due to lengthening of the eyeball. Okay, with this defect, nearby objects can be seen clearly. Only what is this? Short-sightedness means only we can see short object. Okay, nearby objects. Okay, so distant object cannot be seen clearly. Distance object cannot be seen clearly. So the focal length of eye lens is reduced. Focal length of the eye lens is reduced, or the distance between eye lens and the retina increases. Okay, hence the far point will not be infinity for such eyes. Hence the far point will not be infinity for such eyes, and the far point comes closer. So due to this image of distant objects formed before retina, this defect can be corrected using concave lens. Okay, this myopia பிரச்சனை இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு what lens they will use? Concave lens. See in the picture in front of that retina. Okay, the concave lens is placed. Okay, first picture la see there is a defect. Okay, the converging rays are coming different and they are not able to see the distance object. Okay, when placing the concave lens, now they are easy to see. Okay, so this is the myopia. So there is a formula for it. F is equal to xy by x minus y. Okay, that is the formula for myopia. Okay, formula for focal length. Okay, right, this is the myopia. And what is hypermetropia? Hypermetropia is also known as long sightedness. Okay, myopia is called short sightedness and hypermetropia is known as long sightedness. Okay, this occurs due to shortening of the eyeball. Okay, myopia occurs due to lengthening of the eyeball, but hypermetropia due to shortening of the eyeball. Okay, with this defect, distance object can be seen clearly. Okay, we can see distance object very clearly, but the nearby objects cannot be seen clearly. Okay, the focal length of the eye lens is increased, or the distance between eye lens and retina increases. Okay, here what happens? Focal length of the eye lens is increased. Okay, otherwise the distance between the eye lens and the retina decreases. Hence the near point will not be a 25 centimeter for such eyes. Okay, and the near point has to be moved farther. So due to this effect, the image of nearby objects are formed in front of retina. See in the picture. Okay, using a convex lens we can treat it. This defect. Okay, next, what is presbyopia? Presbyopia occurs due to aging. Okay, and ciliary muscles become weak and the eyes become rigid, and so the eye loses its power of accommodation. Many aged peoples, our grandfather, grandmother and many old peoples face this problem. Okay, this is due to presbyopia. Okay, due to aging. Okay, ciliary muscles will become weak. Okay, eye lens will become inflexible, then the eye loses its power. Okay, so because of this, an aged person cannot see the nearby objects, so it is called as old age hypermetropia. Presbyopia is otherwise called as old age hypermetropia. Okay, some persons may have both the defects of vision, myopia as well as hypermetropia. Okay, some persons know they are having myopia problem and also hypermetropia problem. So this can be corrected by bifocal lenses, which can be corrected by bifocal lenses. So in which upper part consists of concave lens and upper part. Okay, ரெண்டு focal lengths place பண்ணுவாங்க. upper partல ஒரு lens, lower partல another lens. Okay, upper partல concave lens போட்டாங்கன்னா மயோஃபியாவை கரெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். so we can see distance vision. okay, lower partல convex lens. okay, so we can correct the hypermetropia for reading purposes. Okay children, do you understood? This is the presbyopia. Okay, next. Okay, 1 minute. Now astigmatism. okay, astigmatism. what is astigmatism? In this defect, I cannot see parallel and horizontal lines. okay, parallel lines பார்க்க முடியாது, horizontal lines பார்க்க முடியாது. that is the astigmatism defect. okay, it can be inherited or acquired. okay, it is due to the imperfect structure of eye lens because of the development of cataract on the lens, ulceration of cornea, injury to the refracted surfaces. okay, so astigmatism is caused due to some accidents. okay, ulceration of cornea, injury to the refracting surfaces, cataract. okay, cataract on the lens. okay, these are the some defects of eye. so due to these some accidents, astigmatism is formed. so we can reduce this astigmatism by cylindrical lenses. Astigmatism is reduced by cylindrical lenses. okay, now microscope. okay, this is a optical instrument. okay, have you seen microscope? yes, in some laboratories. okay, in botany also you can see microscope. so this is an optical instrument which helps to see tiny objects. okay, viruses, electrons, like that very tiny objects are seen by the microscope. okay, that is classified as simple microscope and compound microscope. that is called simple microscope and compound microscope. okay, first of all, what is simple microscope? simple microscope has a convex lens of short focal length. simple microscope has a convex lens of short focal length. okay, it is held near the eye to get enlarged image of small objects. see the picture, there is a eyepiece, there is a nose piece, and objectives, body, light, base. okay, so the simple microscope has a convex lens of short focal length. it is held near the eye to get the enlarged image of the object. okay, enlarged image of the object. okay, we can see the object in an enlarged way by using the simple microscope. okay, the simple microscopes are used in various fields. okay, first of all, it is used by watch repairers and jewelry. okay, in jewelers also use this microscope. watch repairers use this microscope. okay, to read small letters. okay, to read small letters clearly, we can use simple microscope. to observe parts of flower, insects, etc. okay, we can use simple microscope. to observe fingerprints in the field of forensic science. fingerprints. okay, have you seen some problems? okay, in that coli, like that. okay, that time the fingerprints, for detecting the fingerprints, the simple microscope is used. okay, next, compound microscope. what is compound microscope? compound microscope is also used to see the tiny objects. compound microscope is also used to see the tiny object. it has better magnification, power than simple microscope. It has better magnification power than the simple microscope. Okay, simple microscope compare பண்ணும்போது it gives a better magnification. Okay, here eye lenses are there because here two lenses are there. In simple microscope there is only one lens, here two lenses, so we will get a better magnification. Okay, the magnification power of microscopes can be increased by the decreasing the focal length. Okay, if you have to increase magnification, you have to decrease the length of focal length. Okay, due to construction limitation, the focal length of the cannot be decreased due to the constructional limitation. So it cannot be decreased certain limit. So this problem can be solved by using separate biconvex lenses. Okay, this compound microscope consists of two convex lenses. The lens with the shorter focal length is placed near the object. Okay, the lens with shorter focal length is placed near the object. That is called objective length. That is called objective lenses. See, objective lenses. Okay, next the length with larger focal length and larger aperture are placed near the observer's eye. That is called eyepiece or eye lens. There are, so the eyepiece is there, no, and another objective lenses are there. So two types of convex lenses are there. So both the lenses are fixed in a narrow tube. Both the lenses are fixed in a narrow tube with the adjustable provision. There is a adjustable provision. Okay, we can adjust it. Okay, in the picture see the black surfaces. Okay, that is the provision, we can adjust it. Okay, now here the object is placed at a distance slightly greater than the focal length. Now we can see a real inverted magnified image by the objective length. Okay, this compound microscope has 50 to 200 times more magnification power than the simple microscope. We can get magnification up to 50 to 200 times better. Okay, that is the compound microscope. Next, traveling microscope. There is a traveling microscope. That is one of the very best instrument measuring the small length with a degree of accuracy at the order of 0.01 mm. Okay, it works on the principle of vernier caliper. Next one, telescopes. Have you seen the lunar eclipse? Have you seen the recent lunar eclipse in the previous month? With our naked eye, we cannot visualize the phenomenon distinctly, isn't it? With our naked eye, we cannot visualize the phenomenon. So, how can we see the distant objects in a clear manner? It is possible with telescope. Okay, naked eye ala paaka kudadu, like that your parents and elders will tell. Okay, because it will spoil our eyes while seeing the lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. Okay, so we can see the distant objects in a clear manner by the telescope. Okay, this telescope is an optical instrument. It is used to see the distant object. Okay, telescope is an optical instrument. It is used to see distant object. Okay, the first telescope was invented by Johann Lippershey. First telescope was invented by Johann Lippershey in 1608. Okay, and Galileo made a telescope. Okay, Galileo, have you heard the scientist Galileo? He also made a telescope that is used to observe the distant stars. Okay, he got the idea from a spectacle maker who one day observed that the distant weathercock appeared magnified through his lens system fitted in his shop. So Galileo observed the satellites of Jupiter, kings of Saturn through his telescope. Okay, Kepler also invented a telescope in which was fundamentally similar to astronomical telescope. Okay, there are different types of telescopes. So according to the optical property, it is classified into two types: refracting telescope and reflecting telescope. According to the optical property, so reflection is the optical property. So according to that optical property, the telescope is classified into refracting telescope and reflecting telescope. Okay, in reflecting telescope, the lenses are used. Okay, in reflecting telescope, refracting. Okay, first of all, refracting telescope, the lenses are used. Okay, Galilean telescope, Keplerian telescope, achromatic refractors are some refracting telescopes. And in reflecting telescope, parabolic mirrors are used. Okay, Gregorian, Newtonian, Cassegrain telescope are some of the reflecting telescopes. In refracting, there is lenses used. In reflecting, there is parabolic mirrors are used. So according to things, it is classified into astronomical telescope and terrestrial telescope. Astronomical telescope and terrestrial telescope. These are the two major types of telescope. Okay. What is astronomical telescope? Astronomical telescope is used to view the heavenly bodies like stars, planets, galaxies, satellites. Okay. For seeing the stars, planets, galaxies and satellites, astronomical telescope is used. Okay. What is terrestrial telescope? In this terrestrial telescope, the image in the astronomical telescope is inverted. Okay. In astronomical telescope, the image is inverted. So, it is not suitable for viewing the objects on the surface of the earth. If you see the objects on the surface of the earth, it is inverted in astronomical telescope. So, therefore, a terrestrial telescope is used. It provides an erect image. Okay, it will give a perfect image. So, the major difference between astronomical and terrestrial telescope is erecting the final image with respect to the object. Okay. Astronomical and terrestrial is same, but in astronomical we can see a inverted image. In terrestrial telescope we can see a erect image, correct image. Okay, that is the erect image. These are the telescopes. Okay, what are the advantages of telescopes? Okay, we can see the elaborate view of galaxies, planets, stars and other heavenly bodies. Okay, elaborate views of galaxies, planets, stars and heavenly bodies are seen. Next, camera can be attached for taking photograph for the celestial bodies. Camera can be attached for taking photograph for the celestial bodies. Further, telescope can be viewed even with the low intensity of light. Telescope can be viewed even with the low intensity of light. Okay. Further, what are the disadvantages? Frequent maintenance needed. Frequent maintenance needed. Okay. And it is not easily portable one. It is not easily portable. Okay. We should give regular maintenance. Okay. These are about telescopes. Okay, children. Your unit 2 is completed. Okay, unit 2 is completed. In this lesson we have seen light is a form of energy which travels in a straight line, and further the deviation in the path of light ray is refraction, and the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium is called refractive index, that is mu. And we have seen the lens formula 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, and we have seen the magnification, power of lens. Okay, and the ability of the eye to focus nearby as well as distant objects, that is power of accommodation. And we have seen about the microscope, which is an optical instrument, okay, for seeing the very small dimension objects, and telescope that is used to see the distance object. Like that we have seen about optics in this lesson. Okay, children, have you understood clearly? I think you have understood clearly. Okay, you have to write 10 one words from the topic human eye, from the page number 24 to 27. You have to go through it and write any 10 one words. Okay, and you have to write your assignment on myopia and hypermetropia. Myopia, what is myopia and what is the working of myopia, and the diagram and the how it is corrected. Okay, which lens is used for correction of myopia, like that. And hypermetropia also, what is hypermetropia and what is the working and what is the image and which lens is used for correcting the hypermetropia problem. And you have to write compound microscope. What is compound microscope? The construction of compound microscope, the diagram of compound microscope. The diagram which I have shown you is not, you should not draw that. The diagram in page number 27 in your book, okay, that is a compound microscope diagram, image formation diagram. You draw it and you write the working, construction, diagram of compound microscope. Okay, children, that's all. These two assignment I am giving you, and 10 one words you write in your homework note. Have you clear, children? Okay, children, thank you. Be safe. Okay, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.